right, here we are in our third video of lesson 6, and we are on number 2 on page 51, and we see 6/15 divided, 6/15 minus 4/5. All right, now we're looking at our numbers, and we see 4/5 and 6/15. Now we can choose one to decompose or compose. We see that we have unlike units, unlike denominators. One is 15 and one is 5, but they are in a fact family together. What is that fact family, you may ask? That fact family is 5 times 3 equals 15, right? And also 15 divided by 3 equals 5, or 15 divided by 5 equals 3, right? It's fact family. So 6/15, what would that look like in a model? Okay. 15, we could do 5 this way, 4 lines, right? Drawing along with me. And 3 this way. Okay. There we have 15ths, and 6 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. We could also go this way. Okay. I guess the first way actually is a little bit better, right? 6/15. Okay, now can I change those 6/15 into fifths? Well, you might be like screaming at me and saying, well, yes, we can. Do you see the fifths there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 5 parts. And here's 1, and here's 2. So are you saying that 6/15 is equal to 2/5? Let's see, 6/15. When I'm composing this, I'm taking 3 parts and I'm making it into 1, right? So essentially, I'm dividing by 3. Are you starting to catch on to that? All right, and 6 divided by 3 is 2, and 15 divided by 3 is 5. So you see my 2/5 there? Yeah, that worked out pretty nicely. So 2/5 plus 4/5 is equal to 6/5. Oops, sorry, 6/5. And yes, 5/5 is 1, and that makes 1 and 1/5, because we always want to go to a mixed number when we have an improper fraction. Now let's just look at this one more time. What if I wanted to go from my 4/5 to 15ths, and I wanted to change everything to 15ths? Let's get a different color. Could I have done 4/5 times 3, because 3 times 5 is 15, and then I would have 12/15. That works out just fine, right? And then I could add 12/15 and 6/15, and I'd have 18/15. 18/15, is it still going to come down? 18/15. 15/15 is the same as 1, and 3/15. All right, so we just had an earthquake. Sorry, I had to stop and comfort the dogs for a minute. We were talking about how 18/15 is 1 and 3/15, and when we added before, we had 1 and 1/5. Are they the same? Well, yes, because 3 and 15 can both be divided by 3, which would be 1/5. So that would just be a case of using the larger part, but these fractions are exactly the same. Okay, excellent. Let's go to number 3. And that is on the next page, page 52. We have 1/7 plus 8/14, and we are continuing to use models. So make sure that you're drawing models to go along with these in your notes. 6/15 and 4/5. I'm sorry. That was the last one. 1/7 and 18/14. Now, I could multiply 1/7 times 2 and get 14ths, right? I could divide 14/18 by 2 and get 9/7, right? I can think about that ahead of time because I can think about the fact family, right? So I can think about 7 times 2 equals 14, and 14 divided by 2 equals 7. And I can think about how 18 can be divided by 2, and I can think about how 1 can be multiplied by 2. So I could really do whichever one I wanted, right? So I would pick to do the easiest one, yeah, because I am going to draw a model. So I think I'm going to go with the 7ths. So let's make one model, and let's break it into 7 parts with 6 lines. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I only need one of those, 1/7. And how many 14ths would that be? I can just make it into 14ths with one line, decomposing it into 14 pieces. And so 1/7 is equal to 2/14. I just multiplied 1 times 2 and 7 times 2, and you can see right here that it's 2/14. I'm going to add that to 18/14. Make sure you're getting this all written down. And 18 plus 2 is 20. So now I have 20/14. Okay? I don't want to leave it that way because it's an improper fraction. I'm going to divide 20 by 14. Take the bigger one, drop it inside. 14 goes into 20 one time. 1 times 14 is 14. Subtract, and that leaves 6. So my whole number is 1 and 6/14. All right, and there is your answer. If you didn't get it, please pause me and get it written down because I'm going to go on to the last question, number 4 on page 52. Okay. Number 4 is 15/6 minus 1/3. Okay, let's just spend a minute looking it over. So 6 and thirds I know are related but different because 3 times 2 equals 6. 6 divided by 3 equals 2. 6 divided by 2 equals 3. It goes either way. And notice also that I have an improper fraction here. That'll make it easier for subtracting. So what if I just change my 1/3 to 6ths? I can multiply it. First, I better draw my model. Okay, so thirds, all I need is 2 lines. And I have thirds, and I only have one of them. So I'm just going to color in one of them. But I need to change it to 6ths. So I'm going to decompose. And now I have 2/6. All right, so 1/3 is the same as 2/6. Now I have like denominators, and 15 minus 2 is 13/6. Okay, drop the top one inside the house. 13 divided by 6. 6 times 2 is 12. Subtract, I have 1 left over. My answer is 2 and 1/6. All right, make sure you have that written down. I'll expect to see that for your notes. If I went too fast, just stop me and fix it up right now. All right, thanks for watching. Aloha.